So I have this house I've had for quite a while. I bought it in a charity shop. I think it was probably part of I don't know actually, a children's toy set maybe. And it's just what it is. So I thought maybe I could do something fairy-like and whimsical, sort of cottagecore with like textures and greenery, because since we did the lighthouse I've really wanted to revisit like texture, and yeah, so it's a bit of an experiment really. I'm quite excited. So I'm going to start with the cardboard and make the windows. Work. Yeah. So there's the first one. I think I'm going to put a square, 2 lines through the middle maybe. Now I'm going to go in with the modelling paste, see how that goes. Get the lid off. And need another pot. Luckily we have lots of pots. Ooh. Never really used this before. Kate's used it but I haven't. I presume you just... Ooh. Oh, I see. It's like, oh. Windowsills could have a bit of texture, couldn't they? Just want to fill in the holes in the cardboard, really. Okay, I have given it a layer of modelling paste. Filled in all the gaps of the cardboard to try to make it look more wibbly wobbly. Even the door looks better now. on the side window too. So now I have to wait for that to dry. What are you doing? While I'm waiting for the plaster to dry, I'm going to have to cut out a lot of roof tiles. I'm just using hard, like thin card, and I'm not particularly worried about them being even because I want a sort of uneven look. So I'm not measuring, I'm just cutting. Lines I need to do. Oh, here comes the cat. Hello. Let's have a see. I'm going to cut on that side of the line. Oh, maybe that's probably not the best way. I'll cut them into strips first. I should get bigger scissors. Now, you can see that that one's out. You could probably see that these aren't very even for me really trying. Hopefully there'll be a bit of forgiveness in the roof. They're vaguely square. I don't want them perfect. Well, there are my tiles. I was slightly hindered. I'm not sure if you can... Something's actually licking the muff at the moment. There, so I've cut up my tiles, even though I'm being slightly hindered by the cat. Now we've got to go and see if it's dry, so I can stick them on. It's not completely dry, but it's dry enough for me to do this. The roof. Wish me luck, this is going to be quite time consuming. I can see the discrepancy in size already. I'm going to have to do this quickly. I'm going to have to try and make this first set fit across. That might mean some jiggling. Or maybe not. Wow, okay. Meant to be. Right, first layer done. On to the second. I'm going to have to trim them once they're stuck on. I think. Maybe I can cut them. Be easier with the glue on the surface. Doesn't matter if glue goes everywhere because it will just reinforce them. Give a bit of texture. Trim some to go on the sides. I am using actual painting underneath. It's a guide, which is quite nice. Middle. This is much more complicated than I thought it was going to be. It doesn't matter about the gaps in between because that just makes it look more realistic. That's what I'm going with. There is going to be plaster all over it too, so one of those gaps will be less noticeable. Now I have more glue on my hand than on the roof. Might have enough tiles, I don't know. I've got that be like a one long one at the top, like the ridge tile. Trim that off afterwards. Let's get faster. Oh dear, I think I'm going to run out. How many have I got left? Not enough. Let's glue the ones we have and then cut some more. So much glue on my fingers, but like I said, that's good. That's texture. It's gonna have more. It's gonna have so many layers over the top. This just adds to it all. Cut out freehand the wiggly edge to go along the top. Oh, looks okay actually. There it is. Now I'm going to give it a coat of modelling paste and then we'll let it all dry. I actually really like the way that turned out. So for the next layer, a bit more texture. I've got my modelling paste, and then I'm adding baking powder, which apparently adds texture. And I suppose I have to mix that up. So let's see how this goes. I've got some tissue paper that you're supposed to, well, it might have to be smaller than that, so you don't have any brush strokes. Just slop it on. Probably made too much. There's quite a lot there. I do want quite a lot of texture. That's the side done, and doing it with the toilet roll, the bits of toilet roll get stuck to it, so it adds to the texture even more, which is quite good. Now I'm going to paint the roof grey, a little bit darker than that. I might get a base coat of grey and then go in and maybe browns to quite a light grey. Not a uniform colour, that's a good thing. I am going to add washes and dry brush. I'll leave that to dry. It's the drying in between that's the waiting. Actually, I've decided I'm just going to add a bit of brown. A bit of green in there too, actually. Need to paint the building. You can still see things coming through, which is a bit annoying. Maybe it needs another coat of white. I want it to be white, but maybe I'll make it creamier. Maybe I'll make a bit of this. Because I'd like the windows to be really white. Colour and yellowy. There you go, this is a good colour. Imagine this colour will dry lighter. It's a nice colour. Well, it definitely looks different to what it did. Whether it looks better or not, I don't know. And you don't have to use modelling paste. With the baking powder, you can just mix it with PVA glue and it does the same thing. This is reminding me when I was young I used to paint Lilliput cottages. It was a fairly boring thing. You had to paint crates worth. I like this colour. It's not going to look like that in the end. It's going to be very distressed. That look quite good. Before I distress it, it's looking like a sort of Cornish cottage by the seaside. There it is. Keep painting. Now I have to paint the inside of the windows. They're going to go brown, I think. Since it's going to be fiddly. I can use this. I know this looks like a lot of paint that I've just made, but I can use it as a wash in a bit. I'll come bring you back when I've done some. One. There are the windows. Now I have to wait for that to dry again, and I've given out the coat, this another coat, and the white another coat round. Getting there. Given the door one coat of yellow, but it needs quite a few more coats. I'm going to paint the ground green now. This is just a base coat really for the grass and things. All these are just base coats. I'm going to have lots of washes and dry brushing going on, and lots of foliage on top as well. It's not going to look like this. Well, I need to make a wash now, which is a bit scary, but I might use... I've never made a wash before, but they say you just use acrylic. I'll go for this brown actually. I can't come out. Acrylic paint. I put a tiny bit of this in. Tiny bit. Tiny bit of washing up liquid apparently, but not too much, just a tiny bit. That much. I've never done this before. Maybe. And then I'll get some water. I will mix it up. Okay, well, this is a bit scary. I might put some of the darker brown in it too. I've mixed it out with some water. It needs to be... Put some of these in. How this is going to go. Oh, it's a very reddy colour. Smells nice. Oh, okay. No, I have a piece of tissue. This is quite scary. I've got my piece of tissue paper in case it pulls anywhere. I'm going to do the roof with the black wash, so this is just with a... Okay. Wish me luck. Is that watery enough? I'm not sure that's watery enough. I think it needs to be waterier. Ah! Do I like that colour anyway? Maybe it needs to be blacker. Ah. More water. It needs to be waterier. Okay, I made it more watery. This is slightly terrifying. Just spent all that time painting it, and now I'm just gonna put this all over it. Too many lumps. I don't know what I'm doing. Gonna be dry brush too, so this isn't the be all and end all. It's quite bubbly. It's got washing up liquid in it, obviously. And I know they'd say, oh no, it might be too bubbly. Maybe too many bubbles. It'll give it a strange texture, I suppose. Let's try and take some of the bubbles out. Like a crazy person. It's because I had to mix it so much to get the black. I think I'm just gonna have to go with the bubbles. Okay. Let's do this. That's good. So I think you just still doesn't sing. There we go, that's it. You've got to treble it. Ooh. Treble. It's quite messy. Pooling anywhere and dab it. Oh, then it takes off takes it off, but I suppose maybe that's, there it goes. Pooling. Sorry, am I off? Panicking. I'm going to dry brush too, so say it's what I'm doing. Oh, he's given it a texture anyway. Maybe I should just do it on the roof. Maybe I should give the roof the same. Maybe. I was going to give it black, but I have to wait and then dry brush it. I'm going in and just done a slightly darker line around the outside of the windows after the wash, and then I'm going to start dry brushing soon. Oh, and I put a bit more colour, darker colour on the door. Decided the windows need a little bit of lightening up, so maybe I'll start there with a little bit of just lighter colour inside the windows. So I should wait for that to dry again, and then we should start dry brushing. Okay, this is slightly terrifying too. We have to do some dry brushing. I'm going to start by doing a bit of black on the roof, I think. I have to remember that it should all be okay because it's all going to have a lot of greenery over it. Dry brush the original white, well, creamy colour. I think the principles of, I know I put black on the roof, but the principles are start light and get darker and darker with dry brushing. But the thing is, you can always take it off. I think I will dry brush some white on the windows and the roof just to highlight. Oh, way too much. To dab. And maybe a little bit darker. Do some white over the top again, bring it back a bit. No, too much on my door, too much. I'm going to have to go over the top of the door again with the yellow. It's just, as I say, a case of just continuously going backwards and forth, I think. Just want to bring out the texture. I think I am going to go over it white. It's getting a bit dark. Go over the door in yellow, the original colour, and the windows in white, and walls I think, and the roof. So I need to clean this brush and then do a white layer. Okay, let's do a white layer. So my brush is dry. Dry brush the roof. Well, there it is. I went over with black, and then I like the kind of fadedness of it. It's sort of kind of chalky. I quite like that. Even the door looks okay now. I mean, the door is going to have greenery all around it, so you won't see the weird edge. But that's what I'm going to do now. This is the greenery, so... Yes, first of all, I'll get some PVA and glue some of this various different grasses. Which colour? I mean, that colour goes quite nice, doesn't it? Look at that colour. PVA. Right, let's have a see. Use the end of this very old mudlark spoon. There it goes. Let's do these bits. I know you get machines that make the grass stand up, but we don't have one of those. It is fun though. It is definitely fun. I just use my fingers. Some on the door. To wipe it off the door. I don't think they'd have green on their door. Off the door. Bit heavy. It's a bit better. A bit over here. We've got so many dirty brushes. Some on the roof. I know you can make it like mossy, which I might try and do. Mix it up with I have real, this is like moss that you buy. It's very odd things that I'm going to build around a window, around the door. Maybe I'll just go in with this slightly dark one, see if any of this will stick too. add a little bit of depth. That's better, gives it a little bit more depth. Maybe I should get another colour on there as well. Now I'm going to make you mix PVA with it apparently, and it makes lumpy and it turns more three-dimensional, so I'll go with that. And you kind of blob it onto it. It's got white at the moment, but then obviously PVA is clear, so try and make a lot more mossy lumps. It would be on a windowsill, I think. I'm going to put some on the windowsills. Now we move on to this very strange, it's weird, but I'm going to try and make this look like a climbing plant that grows across. So I'll mix the colours, I think. But yeah, this isn't what you're supposed to use, but we have to work with what we have. Breaking my fingers got green. Right. See how this goes. I want it to be quite flat. To stick for no reason. I'll put something down in a minute. Push it down with something. Lighter green in it. We'll push this down. A little bit of this on too. Something big on it, flat book or something. Just push it down just a little. Just a little bit. Maybe that should try. Okay, while I'm waiting for the vine to dry, which is taking a while, I might try and make some tiny mushrooms to go by the front door. I've got some Fimo. See how this goes. I mean, they have to be tiny, really tiny, it's squishy. This is tiny. Even smaller than that. It's almost the size of the front door. Smaller than that. They're probably a bit too large in scale, but it's a Cottagecore fantasy cottage, so there they are. Now I have to cook them. I also need to make a tiny door knocker. It's taking a long time to dry, but sort of like a layer of green here to kind of differentiate between the building and the roof. Now, and there's like a, you put some tiny red flowers all over it. There's one there. Oh. Never see that, that's tiny. And I have a chimney now too, because I felt like it needed a chimney. A tiny little wooden one. I have to paint that. Okay. Now I've spent a while cutting out these tiny flowers that I'm going to stick on it, so you can be with me for the. It's going to take a while. I'm just going to dip them in the PVA glue and go on. Very involved. I didn't know it was going to be. It's fun though. We've never really done anything like this apart from the lighthouse. I actually quite like all these. It's quite fun. Ah, it's incredibly time consuming, but fun. I might put some berries on the bush. I've got to cut them out first though. I've stuck the door handle on. It aged down a little, binding. But I think that looks quite pretty. Getting there, nearly there. The mushrooms will stick on. And they've dried, I think. Maybe, I'll think about more things, but I think that might be coming to the end of the front. The front might be very nearly finished. Apart from the mushrooms. Oh, and the chimney pot. To do the chimney pot. Right here with the mushrooms. Okay, that's quite a lot of chaos. It's the next day. I need to do the chimney, and I've made two tiny chimney pots and painted and stained the chimney. I'm going to give that a dry brush and then sand the ends of these, stick them on. Actually, I might paint them red before I do that. Flat on the other side too. red. It was the trick, but of waxing it to the end of something, but I don't know where the wax is. We'll just, I know that's the much more professional way to do this, but I'm just going to wiggle it around, paint it. I actually want a sort of uneven surface because I want it to aged. I don't know why I'm painting the bottom, it's going to be stuck down. But works like this too. Just make sure that you don't leave it in that puddle of paint, otherwise it will stick to it and probably take the paint off again. Here actually. There, they're painted. And then we'll glue them to that. Then we'll dry brush it white, then we'll glue it to the roof, and then we'll put some more green around it, and then the front will be finished, possibly, until Kate comes home and maybe says there should be some other things there. Or gives me some new ideas. I didn't know to put some stones along, maybe some tiny stones or some shells, or I don't know. I'll ask Kate's opinion. So I have stuck the chimney pots on. And I give it a dry brush. Decided I really like this dusty look. Make the inside look like this too. Glue that on. There's the chimney on. I'll put some green around, I think, because there's a lot of green. Tiny bit of glue. And this is what the inside is looking like. So the plan is to make a cardboard floorboard floor, paint age the ceiling, maybe put fabric on the walls and then age that down as well. I have a tiny chair that I've had for a while that will fit, which is beautiful, and never been able to find a home for it before, so I think we'll keep it simple. I think we'll make a fireplace, maybe upcycle a couple of small things. Sort of a peaceful space. Okay, now comes the floor. I thought I would use a cereal box to cut out floorboards. So it's cut it up, it looks like. Wow, it's such a tiny space. Glasses on. It is 4 centimetres, okay. Use straight edge, there's a straight edge. There's bits like that. To make a straight edge, shall we? weight on them. Leave them to dry.
Nice.
Kate's back.
I'm back.
So yeah, give the floorboards, I don't know, give them a kind of wash of grey and then a wash of white, I don't know, or should I paint them floorboardy colour and then give them a wash of white? I mean, I didn't know if you could do it the same colour as the chimney, maybe.
Yeah.
We've got some new flowers, haven't we?
Some new things. So I'm going to put tiny little tuft of flowers there. I think,
That would look
by
really
the door.
nice.
Should I just do it now?
Yeah.
They're all little glue dots, I think. But in the future, I think we can make these. But I wanted to see what they look like, so. Oh! Oh! That looks really cute.
Not another one there or something else?
Well, we've got other graft tusks, but yeah, we can
add some more.
Yeah, add some more afterwards. Right. You're going to do the walls first before the floorboard?
No, because I'm going to put fabric over the walls now,
Okay.
I think.
Sure, okay.
I put like some plaster on the ceiling. I wanted some texture, but I'm not sure if there's enough texture.
Okay.
I wanted it to almost look like the walls, so it might need more texture. And more plaster. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should put some texture on the floorboards, or maybe not. Maybe I just need more texture on the ceiling. Where is the? Can you see it? That's right next to you.
Did you do it with? How did you do it?
That is just with baking soda.
Oh, wow. Cool. Yes, I thought you were using toilet.
Oh yeah, I dabbed it. You dab it with the and the bits of toilet roll get stuck in it
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It worked quite well. I really like the roof. The roof worked really well.
Yes, it did. It's very pretty.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just dab it on the roof then. Maybe I don't need because I don't want it to have quite as much texture.
Yeah.
I just wanted to look a little bit. I want it all distressed.
It is.
Yeah, maybe it's crunched up more. I don't know. Just want a little bit of texture, just something for the wash to grab onto.
Like that.
Cool. Well, that's cool. That'll give a bit. I'll probably do it the opposite way. This I did grey with white wash. With this, I'll probably do white with grey wash.
Yep. Sounds good.
So the floorboards.
Floorboards.
I've got loads of new paint, by the way.
Oh, wow. From where?
Found it in the cupboard.
Oh, lovely. Ooh, that's lovely. Ooh.
Yeah, there's some nice colours.
This one is called Flesh Tint. That is not a nice name for paint. So,
Yeah, just paint the floorboards that colour.
that colour. So did you do a wash over that?
Yeah, I did a white wash over that, so I could do the same to the
Yeah.
floorboards.
So should I just do it like this colour
Yeah,
and then? Okay.
I'll make it much whiter than the chimney there. I
Yeah.
want it sort of really washed out.
I've got it on the floor.
That's all right, those sides, they've all got to be painted again anyway. I might put just greenery, like mossy lumps all around the edge. So it's like the outside. Now we just need to wait for it to dry.
You don't have to wait for it to dry though.
No. Maybe. I didn't know. Something like that though. I mean, we're not going to need very much of it. We still have a lot of stuff left for Doll's House. Clothes and stuff. I mean, cotton stuff. Maybe that pattern's too big though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, some of those are really pretty, aren't they? This one dark. I'm not sure there's enough of that one.
Yeah, that's the yeah. And I want to use one that we have lots of.
Big. Which ones have
That
we got
one's
lots
really
of?
stunning.
They're dark though.
Maybe.
Stripe.
No.
I mean, this fabric is beautiful,
Yes,
but there's
it
not
is.
enough of it, and we shall make a dress out of that. It's stunning. Not gingham. That would look weird. Which ones have we got the most of?
Spotty.
Yeah, I think spotty might be too plain.
And this one. This one.
Oh, it's difficult.
It is.
Oh, is there lots of the pink as well? Oh, do I like the pink? Maybe I should get the chair that goes in it.
Maybe,
See
yeah.
what goes best with it. This is the whole reason we're making this, is because of this chair.
Yeah.
Just love this chair. But I've never had anything small. Not, it didn't look good in my tiny tin house because it like slightly older era, sort of 40s, I'd say 30s, 40s. And then there's beautiful pin one, but I'm not sure if that'll
No, I think the pin
Pin
one
is
would
too-
just
too-
take up
too much
the
room.
entire of the house, but that one is cute. And there's also a tiny little pink velvet footstool. I mean, that's going to be
It.
it.
I was going to make a fireplace
That's
though.
one of the mushroom paintings that beautiful was gifted to us. What's the other one? Is it slightly smaller? No. They're too big.
I don't know, I thought maybe we could paint one.
Yeah, because that might be a bit big.
You could paint a mushroom.
Okie dokie. Well, if I get some card, I can be doing that whilst you.
Does that one go best with the chair? Or should the pink, because of the footstool, it's not the same pink? It has got that pink in it.
This has pink in it too.
But does that go with the chair? It's quite hard.
It is. Don't know
Should
your
it be?
decision.
Thanks.
Can you pass me the cereal box, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Looks quite like the starry one though.
Yeah.
Dark.
Yeah.
That goes with them, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. I think so. Now I need to put it all away.
Don't want to make a tiny cushion.
Oh. I mean, it would have to be absolutely minuscule.
Mhm. So you have done that before.
Maybe it would be this colour to match it.
Yeah, that would be cute.
Okay. I was going to dab. You're supposed to dab it off, but I quite like the texture it's created. I should leave it. It smells like wood.
light makes it difficult to see. And I need to make a frame for it. Do I risk potentially ruining it by trying to add a tiny silhouette of a deer in the background? I think I'm going to.
That's very cottagecore.
Yes.
Well, we've done all the sides, but I need to give it a wash first. But it's going to look quite nice. Can't remember which way around it was. Down. I think I'm probably going to put some mossy bits around here. Something gets thrown it into shade.
How does that look?
Cute, simple. We've kept it simple this
We
time.
have.
Well, not the outside.
No. It's very cute.
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. I think it looks quite nice. The least thing I like is the windows. I probably would have done them differently. I don't know. Maybe the door. It's quite difficult applying things to a flat surface.
So there it is. And I think it's adorable.
It took a long time. I'm not sure if you got the sense of the passing of time, but it did take a long, long time.
And it's tiny. And yeah, we mainly did it because we just find it very fun to do the greenery.
Yeah,
And
I just wanted to try my hand at washes and...
yeah, working out the technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I was at work, so I couldn't help with the majority of it, but
Yeah, sorry, it's just a film with me.
it's wonderful. I love it. We need a name for it, so if you've got any suggestions in the comments down below for this little cottage. Yeah, we've got lots of exciting projects coming up. Some more sort of DIY-esque things.
Yes. And along, we're very close to 30,000 now.
We're very close to 30,000 subscribers, and that is a bit... It's very strange to think about because...
Yeah, well, it's nearly as many as we have on our
other channel that we've been doing for 5 years nearly, and this has been a year.
Yeah.
So, and that is all down to you, so thank you so very much. We cannot express how appreciative we are of it, and we just absolutely love that there's such a large community of Doll's House and miniature enthusiasts. So yeah, thank you very much. As always, thank you for all of your likes, comments, anyone that has subscribed. Thank you very much. So we hope you enjoyed, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.